Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Miss Knudsen and Miss Spellacy's Phonics.
Today is May 11th, 2020. We are on Unit 6, Week 2 of our Wonders Unit.
Flying by.
And all this week we are learning about different types of energy.
Ooh,
Do you guys have lots of energy?
I do.
I do as well, especially with being at home. It's like all bottled up and then you kind of just explode after a while.
You take a big walk around the neighborhood and then you're fine.
Let's really find out what energy is.
Okay.
Though. So energy, talking, is power that is produced to make machines work or provide heat. So in this example, it's not like the energy we're talking about. We're talking about like our emotion. We are just super high energy. Whereas where our energies that we're talking about makes us keep going and be energetic. But the energy in machines help them work properly. So it takes a lot of energy to power all the computers in our school.
Oh, so that's when people say like turn the lights off so you can save energy. It's like it's like electricity kind of.
Yes, yep.
Okay.
And that's why like whenever you leave, like you said, when you leave a room, you should shut the lights off to help save our energy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, and schools use quite a bit of it, and homes do too. There's a lot of energy everywhere. You just kind of have to look for it.
Yep.
So energy.
Energy. That's a good one.
Our next word of the week is haul.
Haul.
Not like the hall in the school. This is like hauling, like carrying something. Notice the spelling is a little different.
Oh, it is a little bit different.
If you haul something heavy, you carry it. Dump trucks haul away big rocks.
Oh, they do.
I had to do a giant haul of my leaves and bring them to the compost site.
I did too, but mine was grass and not leaves. But yeah, you have to haul it away, carry it away.
Somewhere.
That's a good one.
Our next one is underground. Cute.
Oh, look at that little guy. He's adorable.
Something that is underground is beneath the surface of the earth. Prairie dogs live underground. Do you know any other animals that live underground?
Well, I know worms do.
Worms.
When it rains, they come out from under the ground.
And ants.
Ants do. I think groundhogs probably live underground.
I have bunnies, and my bunnies like to burrow so they can be underground, but I think that's more so it's cooler for them.
Probably. Safety.
Yeah. So underground means it's underneath the earth's surface.
Very cool.
Ooh, we've talked about this. Electricity.
You just brought that up. Oh my
Electricity is the energy that flows through wires and makes lights and machines work.
That makes sense.
The lights, so lights at your house or lights in the school, need electricity to work.
If we didn't have electricity, the room would be dark.
Right. And something I want to talk about is sometimes you can have underground electricity. So I've always had dogs growing up, and we had an underground fence that was an electric fence, so they knew where they could go in the yard. So it was just something you had to dig up slightly under the ground, and you bury it back up.
That's
so then they
really
would know
cool.
they would get a beep if they got too
That
close.
was a good connection too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, flows.
Flows. Flows.
When a liquid flows, it moves in a steady stream. The water flows from the tap into the sink. Now, when they say the tap, they mean your sink, the faucet. That's what they mean.
So we can make my water flow in my water bottle from here to up here.
Yes, just don't spill.
Just a little bit. It flowed right out.
Right on flowing.
That's good.
What would another word for flow be in this scenario?
Spilled.
Yeah. So flows is when liquid moves in a steady stream.
I might need a new water bottle.
One that doesn't flow.
One that
top.
doesn't. We don't want it to flow out the top unless it's supposed to.
Our next one is power.
Power.
Any kind of power. Power is any kind of energy that can be used to make lights and machines work.
Okay.
So you need power for our energy of the lights to turn on.
So when people say the power is out, that means there's no electricity, no energy flow. Oh, it's all connected now, all coming together.
It's all flowing.
It's flowing together so well. I can feel my brain is becoming powerful. Here we go, full of energy.
The windmills use wind to make power for homes.
Oh, that's cool. It's a form of energy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Here's another one that I was just about to talk to, but I saw the vocabulary word, so I stopped
what a good
myself.
connection.
Solar. If something is solar, it is related or caused by the sun. The solar oven uses lights from the sun to cook food.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a solar oven.
I have not either,
That's
but you know what
very
I have
fancy.
seen? Solar panels.
Yes.
That help produce electricity, so the sun's light helps produce electricity for like homes and stuff.
On my way to school from my house, there's a big field full of solar panels.
Yeah, right off County
It's
Road
like,
too.
yeah, it's like a solar farm, which I think is
Yes,
really cool.
And those are becoming a lot more popular.
It's a good form of energy.
They're becoming more popular than the power of the windmill, I feel. I see a
I
lot
see a
more
lot more
solar
solar
panels
panels.
instead of
Yeah.
windmills.
Because the sun never shuts off. It's always on, except at nighttime. But
Yeah. But
It's always
then
there.
for the wind, you would need a windy day for them to get
Right.
going and get that power.
it's not always windy.
Yeah. All right, and our last word of the week is silent. Something that is silent is not making any sound. Me and Miss Felicity just showed you what it is like to be silent.
Silent. I used to play a game called Silent Ball.
Yes, and if you talked, you
were
sat
out.
down because you weren't silent.
Mm-hmm.
Get this one. Guess what it says for the example?
The classroom was silent, and it was.
You just read that over my shoulder.
That's crazy. So cool.
It's very silent without kids here.
It is. It is. But we're going to keep talking about silence.
Yes.
And our next thing that we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about silent E and the power it has in our words with syllables. So we're going to turn our attention to our I can statement. And if you can read it with us, if you can see it, please read it with us. If not, you can just listen. But here we go. I can identify CVCE syllables. So here are some examples. State, replace, and 90. So if we know about CVC words, that's a consonant, vowel, consonant. A CVCE words has a silent E at the end.
Miss Felicity, you know what I've heard of the silent E too?
What?
Some people call it the magic E.
I have a song about that. If magic-y makes the short sounds long. So here's something that the magic E can do. It's quiet, it's silent, but it makes this vowel say its own name. So it turns it from a short vowel to a long vowel. So an example of this would be face. Without the E, it would be fast.
Fast.
And that's not a thing. So the E makes the A say its name, but we don't say the E. Otherwise it'd be like fast.
No.
And we don't say that. So we kind of just draw like an imaginary line into the E and kind of cross it out. Imaginary.
So it's
really
like
do it.
face.
So it says face. You just say the F-A-C, face.
Yes, and if I did the short vowel with the E, I know it's wrong because it's not a word I recognize.
That's right. So you can kind of hear it too. So if you come up and you see a word that has that magic E at the end of the syllable, then you know it is a magic E or a silent E. So here's an example. It's state. So we have one syllable, state. Do you hear the vowel in the middle?
A. It says its name.
It says its name. So that means that we know that that magic E is there and it's silent. So it doesn't say its name, but it makes the A say its name. And it's one syllable because that one syllable has the long vowel sound. It's state. So now, knowing this, you can have a CVCE syllable by itself, like face or state, or you could have it in a bigger word where it's more than one syllable, so multiple syllables. So here's our word replace. Let's clap it. Replace. So that's 2 syllables. But where do you think we make the syllable line?
Well, I hear replace.
Okay.
So I know that the syllable is between the E and the P.
Right there. Nice job. So our first syllable is an open syllable, re. But then we have a long vowel here in place. So we know that that's a silent E, and it makes the short sound long.
Right.
Otherwise, it'd be replace.
And that's not a word.
That's not a word. So
Replace.
replace.
And we did talk about open syllables, so I know that that
Mhm.
E says its name because
Yeah.
it's not being hugged.
It's not being hugged. It's not a CVC word. Now, what about this last one? Where do you think in 90,
Oh,
where do you think that CVCE syllable is?
can I clap it out?
Let's clap it out. 90. Okay,
I hear it between the E and the T.
90.
9D. Because I know
9D.
how to spell 9.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also kind of tricky because how do you know that E is supposed to be within the first syllable?
Well, we want to keep the magic E together with this group. Otherwise, if we cut it out, it would be ninety.
Ninity.
And that's
That's
not a
not a
word. So we want to keep our vowel long. So we have to keep that E together here.
Yes, because then it's C-V-C-E.
E. And that's what keeps the
Consonant,
word
vowel,
saying the long vowel. So that was a really good
Got it.
question, Miss
Yes.
Newton. So we have a
Wow.
couple more examples here.
All right.
We have a few, but this one I think we will kind of chug along pretty quickly here. So we've got notebook.
Notebook.
Let's clap it out.
Notebook.
Okay, so there's 2 syllables.
Mhm. And I hear the syllable note and then book. I hear the 2
Nice!
syllables, so it's between the E and the B.
It is, it's right here. Now, which one of these syllables do you think is a CVCE?
Well, I see in the first syllable it does have that magic E.
Does
so
have
I
an
know
E.
that the first syllable has the magic E in it because I hear O say its name.
It does, it says notebook.
And then in book, I know that's not a CVCE because the 2 O's work together to say
Mm-hmm.
and there's no magic E in there.
So it's getting a hug. So it's a
Mhm.
closed syllable. Nice job. All right, what about relate?
Relate. I hear 2 syllables
Okay,
and I pause quickly after the E. So
Re.
re is itself and then
late.
And I know that late is going to be our CVCE syllable because it has that magic E.
It does, and if it didn't have that magic E, it'd be relaxed, which isn't a word. So we have to keep that magic E with that A, so it keeps saying its name. You are
Wow.
getting this quick.
I-
Got that energy
We're
today.
gonna- oh, yes.
All right, our next one is alive.
Oh, okay.
Alive.
Alive. Okay, 2 syllables again.
Mhm.
And I think the A is all by itself, but it says
It says up, and that happens sometimes.
And then we have live. And I know that one is the CVCE because I see the E and I saying its name.
I is
because of
saying its
that E.
name because of the E. Isn't that nice?
The E is very powerful.
It is a very it's silent, but it's very powerful.
silent. Deadly.
Silent but deadly. But in this case, it makes things become alive.
Alive.
More
yes.
alive. Mm-hmm. Our last
Silent
word.
but alive?
Silent but alive. We
Yeah.
could start a new saying. Why not?
Okay.
Our next word's a long-looking word,
Whoa.
but we'll get through it together.
Okay.
It is flagpole. Flagpole.
Okay.
So it's not that big.
Ooh, okay. So I hear 2 syllables.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear the first syllable is flag.
Mm-hmm.
And the next syllable is pole. So it's between the G
Yeah.
and the P. Now, Miss Bellacy, something I know that is hard is our Minnesota accent.
It is.
So when we say flag, we have a long A,
Mhm.
but really
It
how you
should
would
be
say it would be
flag.
yes,
Flag.
flag,
Flag.
flag.
Which is very tricky for us Minnesotans to
Because
say.
we always, sometimes
We
we just
have a
that
tendency
accent.
to just want to make things long vowels.
But I know because there is no magic E,
Mm-hmm.
this and it's a closed syllable. This is not A does not say its name. Or
We
it's
don't
not
say
supposed to.
flag.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. You're right. And there is no E.
Yeah.
there. So that's a good hint for you. So we know that this one is just a simple closed
And
syllable.
then we have
Then we have pole.
Ooh, I hear O.
I
say
hear
it
an
too.
O saying the same because of that magic E. So they have to stay together.
Mhm.
Nice job.
That powerful E is making pole come alive.
It really
the
is.
O.
Making the
O
O come alive.
Yeah.
Whew.
Wow.
Nice job with
See,
the
the CE syllables seem pretty.
pretty straightforward.
Straight, yeah.
They sound intimidating, but they really are stuff that you've been working on since first grade.
Yeah, and
so-
something I noticed from a connection from last week is we broke it up in syllables
Mhm.
first, and then we dove into the word
Right.
to see what patterns were in there.
So today or this week when you're working in your book or your packet, I want you to do those steps. First, find out how many syllables, clap it out. Then figure out where the syllables go, where you can divide those words
Mhm.
into parts. It'll be a lot easier for you to read those big long words
Oh,
too.
yes, and then you can look for your magic E.
Mhm.
And if a word doesn't sound right, and you see that magic E, maybe you're flipping the vowel sound from a short, you should be doing a long.
Because the magic E makes the short sounds long.
Long.
Well, have a beautiful rest of your week, boys and girls.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next week.